We are doing question 8b now. So it says, in arithmetic series, there is a difference between a sequence and a series. You know that? Series, we're adding the terms. Right, an arithmetic series has a common difference of 5. The sum of the first n terms is 160, and the sum of the first two n terms is 725. If you check here, again, we're given two sets of information. Right, determine the value of n. So in arithmetic series, there's a common difference of 5. The sum of the first n terms is 160. We're going to create an equation with that. And then the sum of the first two n terms is 725. That's another equation. Then we solve them simultaneously. We're done. Okay. Right. And then now it's an arithmetic series. So we're going to use the formula Sn is equal to n over 2 and then times 2a plus n minus 1d. Okay, like that. So now we have to substitute our n because they said the sum for the first n terms, but now the common difference is 5. So everything else is fine. We're going to substitute our 160 and the 5. Okay, so it's going to be 160 is equal to n over 2 and then 2a plus n minus 1 times 5. We're multiplying by this 5 here. See that? We have substituted our 160 and the 5. Let's simplify this equation. So we multiply both sides by 2 because this is like division by 2. This is division by 2. So we multiply by the LCD here, which is 2. So it's going to be 320 is equal to n, right, 2a. Let me distribute this 5 here. Be careful here, distributing. So we're multiplying n with 5 and we're multiplying negative 1 with 5. So we're going to get plus 5n minus 5. Okay, see that? And then what we do after that, we have to distribute the n inside the square bracket. So it's going to be 320 is equal to 2an. See, we're distributing that. And then also there, plus 5n squared, and then minus 5n. Right. And then we call this one our equation number 1. Okay, you can write it down so that when we go to the next part, you won't forget. You can pause the video here and write this equation down. Okay, let's go to the next part. Now it says the sum of the first two n terms is 725. So the formula is not changing. It is still Sn is equal to n over 2, then 2a plus n minus 1 d, like that. And then now it is S2n. You see that? So where there's n, we put 2n. So it's going to be 2n over 2, then 2a plus 2n minus 1, then times d. Okay, let's substitute what we have now. 725. 725, so it's 725 is equal to 2 divided by 2 is, we remain with n there because 2 divided by 2 is 1. And then we have 2a. Oh, we have 5 here. Let me just put the 5 here. Okay. Let me put the 5 here. It's fine. Okay. We're going to put on the next step, but we're going to end up having a lot of steps. So, and then let's distribute the 5. Distribute the 5 like that. And then becomes plus 10n minus 5. See that? And then let's distribute n. 725 is equal to 2an plus 10n squared minus 5n. This is our equation number 2. You see that? You can write it down. And then now after this, we have our equation 1 and equation 2. We can then solve them simultaneously. Okay, right. Copy the equation, then we move on. Right. Now let's go to our next part. These are the two equations, equation 1 and equation 2. Right, using substitution here may be difficult. Remember that we usually use elimination to solve equations. Simultaneously, we use substitution. You can also use equating. So the best method here will be elimination. You see that? Because 2n, 2an and 2an can be eliminated here. Negative 5n and negative 5n there can be eliminated there. You see that? So let's subtract these two equations. Equation 1 minus equation 2. Right, 320 minus 725. You can use your calculator there. You'll get negative 405 is equal to 2n minus 2n, 0, plus 5n squared minus 10n squared is negative 5n squared. And then minus 5n minus negative 5n is going to be minus 5n plus 5n, which is 0. Okay, let me write it here. Minus 5n minus negative 5n, like this. You see, you get negative 5n plus 5n. And then we're getting plus 0. See that? So we're basically left with negative 5n squared is equal to negative 405. And then we divide both sides by negative 5, divide by negative 5. What do you get? N squared is equal to 81. And then we square root both sides. So it's going to be n squared, is square root of n squared is equal to the square root of 81. Then n is equal to positive or negative 9. But n is the number of terms. Do you know that? So we have n is equal to 9 or n is equal to negative 9. This n is the number of terms. It can't be negative, so this is not applicable. You can't have negative 9 terms. Okay? N is the number of terms. So therefore, it's just n is equal to 9. Perfect. We've done all the questions in question 8. So we're going to meet when we do question 9.